Hey, I don't know how I did this before. Oh no! Fuck. Alright, whatever. It's not that windy. I hopefully this won't fall over. But we'll find out. Hello. Okay. We're doing another field IRL. Ori is not super workable today. I'm not expecting a great session, to be frank. I've brought him up like nearly 20 grams over the past few days because I want to work him at like 500 grams. Today he's 507, so he's not as motivated as I would like for him to be, but I did want to get out here and fly because I want him to start getting in good shape, and I just want that consistency of going places and flying every day. So what's up? I'm live. I should tweet that I'm live. I haven't tweeted that I was live in years. Wow. People Pog.
Camrex resubbed for 20 months. Yo.
For the 20 months.
Have a good stream, People Pog.
People Pog. Wow. Okay.
Fifth guy 55 resubbed for 6 months. Yo.
Why couldn't I tweet that? Wow.
4_10 resubbed for 15 months. Yo.
Why can't I tweet? Yo. I've never seen that pop up before. Wow.
Dong_Lord resubbed for 6 months. Chat is looking very handsome today. Smile.
That one worked. Hi, thank you for the subs. Okay. So again, he's heavier than I'd like him to be today, so he's not going to be super motivated. Same thing yesterday. He was heavier than I wanted him to be. He didn't take off, but when I walked away twice with the lure, he took off before I was ready for him and then flew past me. So I'm kind of expecting that to happen today. I'm going out with my sponsor again on Sunday. He was, damn, that hood command is long. Sorry, that's as short as I could make it. My sponsor really liked what he saw in the video. He said that he's doing super, super well. I asked if there's anything that he would have me change. He said no. So, well, he said besides fumbling with your lure, no. So that's good. So he's doing really well. We'll see how he does on Sunday, and we'll see how he does today. But it'll be a short one here. I haven't eaten anything today, so I was thinking that once I put him up,
for 20 months. Yo.
Thank you for the sub. Once I put him up, I can drive through somewhere and then maybe go to the barn. There are probably going to be some Fs, but that's the plan, because I know that these IRLs, my training sessions with him are like 20-30 minutes, you know, so I know they're super short, and if I only did an IRL
like me
here,
had resubbed for 7 months. People cheerori.
Thank you. If I only did an IRL here and the IRL that I did on Monday plus the podcast, I'd get in like 2 weeks or 2 hours of streaming this week total. Which is like, it's not the worst thing because I'm part-time and I don't have any obligations to it, but it's that's a little bit unacceptable to me. So I'm gonna try to make it a longer IRL. You said you stream a lot. Look, this week, man, I'm moving. I don't know what you want from me. It's Matt's big week. It's a huge week for OTK. I still feel like I stream quite a bit. Even though it's not, like, maybe not in terms of hours. Like, I don't stay online for a long time, but I'm consistent. Maybe that's why I get triggered, is I feel like when people say you don't stream a lot, they think it's like maybe I feel like they're saying that I'm not consistent. But I am consistent. It's just not that many hours. I don't know. Okay, so you're angled at a little different today. It's not that windy, but I know you guys want me to fly him into the camera. Technically, I should be flying him. I should be flying him that way. But it's not windy enough that it really matters. So, yeah. So I'm gonna start with the perch here. I'm gonna do like 3-4 perch to fists, and then
Wellapello
I'm gonna pull the lure out.
567 resubbed for 3 months.
Thank you.
Admire, love these Ori streams, Maya Heel.
Good. I'm glad you guys like them. I know it took a little bit for me to get them on stream.
resubbed for 10 months. Birds.
Thank you for the 10 months. I know it took a little bit for me to get them on stream, but one of my favorite things for IRLs is having birds that I'm training up and you guys like watching the progression, because it's so straightforward. I feel like bird of prey training is I mean, there are lots of nuances, but in general, I feel like it's pretty straightforward. And for someone watching, you can literally watch like the distance increase, you know, which I think is really neat, easy to digest.
Bobby
you know,
Mckinhill resubbed for 2 months.
Satisfying.
Hope you're happy. You've been seeming a little down the last month or so.
You did what? Hope you're happy? Oh, no, I'm just stressed. I'm fine.
Host Buster resubbed for 4 months.
Thank you. I'm mostly stressed because of moving, and because I've been in the house, the old house. I love being with Matt, and I love being like around friends and stuff.
Kev is just
but I hate
subbed at
that
tier
house.
2 for 5 months. Yo.
I hate that house, and so would all of you. I've been living out of a bag, right? Like out of a duffel bag, so I don't even have my shit there. It's disgusting. It's just like not comfortable. I hate sleeping in the closet because it's dark, and so you don't wake up with the light, and that really, I think, kind of affects me, and I hate waking up later because it makes me feel bad about myself. So I'm really excited to move in the new house and like actually settle down and be comfortable. It's been not the best in the house just because of the setup. But Matt is great. The light in the new house is insane. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure. Emily is wonderful. I like hanging out with her a lot. Or I haven't really hung out with her, but I like being around her. She's good vibes. This morning, the maids are at the house and they saw my quail defrosting in the bathroom and screamed. I felt so bad. And they don't really speak good English, so I was trying to explain. I was like, oh no, it's okay. I have a bird that eats those. And they're like, what? And I was like, they were frozen. They're not, I didn't drown them. They're like frozen. They're frozen. And they were just like, what? And I was like, just don't worry about that bathroom. Just don't go in there. And they were like, okay. Like, how do you explain that? I didn't know what to say. One of them went in there and like screamed and then called the other one, and the other one went in there and she's like, ah! Just quail defrosting. Okay, it really, I mean, if you don't know, it really does look like I was drowning them, probably. I don't know, it's weird as fuck. Hi, Scintilla. Scintilla, have you seen these streams? Scintilla's my partner manager. I've talked to her kind of about my bird, but I don't think I haven't seen her in chat that often. Why is it cold out here always? Hi, chat. Okay, I'm gonna go get him. I'll be back. And we'll see what we can do today. Again, don't get your hopes up, okay? I saw a clip. Yay! I'll introduce you to my bird. Don't get your hopes up. I don't think this is gonna be the best session that we've ever had. I'm bringing him up in weight right now, so that's what happens. But I think he'll be happier, just a little bit higher. But the come up is a tough time to train because he's like more satiated every day. So that's today. Don't get excited. I'll be back. Run an ad, please.
Buddy Pete resubbed for 5 months. Smile. Love Zero resubbed for 4 months. This is going to be the best session Orion has ever had.
Thank you for the sub. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so I'll start here. Oh yeah, look Scintilla, this is Orion. He's hooded right now. I'll take his hood off. Command hood if you want to know why. I'll start here, and then I guess I'll pick him up and I'll carry him and this over there for the lure. Right? Yeah, let's just try that. I usually set this up before I get him out for this reason, because I only got one hand here. No! Damn it. Okay. One. And this one. I'm sorry. Okay. That article in the command hood link, I really, really like. It gives some good information and good perspective. It also does a way better job at describing the frames per second thing that I have a hard time describing because it's a little bit over my head. But if you want to know a little bit more of like the science behind bird of prey vision, you can look at that article. Avian Behavior, Hillary Hankey, wonderful bird trainers. They do some really, really cool stuff. So she has a podcast too. It's called the Avian Behavior Podcast. If anyone's interested in that, she talks about birds and parrots and lots of other stuff. Someday I'll meet her. Probably, maybe. She works with Paige Davis now, who, damn, he's full. You know what? You know you've lost it when you can look at your bird's shit and know that they're not going to behave well that day. She works with Paige Davis now from World Bird Sanctuary. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so again, I'm just going to do a couple flights perch to fist, see where he's at, and then I'll carry him in the perch over there, and then we'll try to do some... Should we do the first lure? I don't know. Do you guys want to do one lure flight? Do you want to do one lure flight that way and one this way, or you want to try to do both this way? Hi. Both this way. Okay, I'll do both this way. Hello. What do you think? It's a little windy actually. Yeah. Sorry about that. Head bobbing is a way that they measure distance. Not literally measure, but it helps with their depth perception. This is a bad sign. Alright, he's really looking at stuff over there, so I'm gonna give him a minute to check some things out. I don't know what's different about this field today. Maybe that it's more cars over that direction. But I'm gonna give him a second and then pull out my glove again. I would never free fly this bird at this weight. I also flew him yesterday at like 3 or 4 o'clock. Ooh. So, wow.
Rice I resubbed for 11 months. Yuppers.
Thank you. Yeah. Alright. I'm not sure how today's gonna go, chat. It's a. Oh! Oh shit. There's a whole group of starlings. Like in this field. So he was looking at them. He kills starlings. That's super distracting. Looks like he's trying to like hoist something up. Holy shit. You know what's nuts about this? He was 491 when I flew him on Monday out here, and he was so, his expression was so different. He's flapping. He's 507 today. Grams, I mean. Peepo fat? I mean, grams are not, that's not a big difference. That's what's crazy about falcons. Wow. Is it's a 16 gram difference. 16 grams is like not even a full adult mouse worth of weight. Yeah, actually like a mouse, almost. And that changes his demeanor so much. 60 grams is nothing. No. It's a difference of 16 grams. How much does it fluctuate over the day? Isn't he supposed to be 500? Yeah, I think I want to fly him at 500, 495. Today he's 507, so he's over. That's why. $16 grams goes for a lot in the street. I should have read that through. How much does he get fed a day? It varies a lot depending on whether or not I'm trying to bring him up or bring him down, or if he's flying a lot that day. I mean, it fluctuates a lot. When I first got him and I was trying to drop his weight, he was getting like 20 grams a day.
Sabolry subbed for 3 months.
On Monday, he got 98 grams. So but he's also flying more, and he weighs more now. How old is he? He turned 2 this past season. He'll live for a while. He's young. He's just not interested in flying at all. Holy shit. I don't know if I can do anything today. How you doing? You wanna do some flying? No. Maybe? Look how puffy he is. He's just chilling. Yeah. Give him pets and kisses. They're not affectionate at all. I never pet him. He wouldn't appreciate it. Did you turn him off and on? You know, another thing that hoods are used for, they may talk about it in that article that's in the command, but falconers use hoods to reset sometimes as well. So if they're out in the field and something happens, they want to put the hood on, keep it on for a few minutes, and then like reset. Sometimes that works as well. But I'm not going to hood him again. It's just going to be the same thing. Oh, you really don't want to go anywhere? You want to just sit out here? Today he's a cat, not a falcon. Sorry, Scintilla, it's usually cooler than this. I don't know if she's even still here, but falconry is usually far more dramatic. Why isn't he releasable? Good question. He's a captive bred hybrid bird, so he's half peregrine falcon, half prairie falcon, which makes him non-releasable because they're not naturally occurring. Some people have said that it's like 1 in every 10,000 falcons is a hybrid in the wild, but yeah. He's banded. He's bred in captivity. Throw a peanut at him and see if he does anything. He wouldn't. Falconry sounds so risky and inconsistent. Tell me about it. Dude, your bird's weight fluctuates 10 grams and he's gone the next day. Wow. That's the other thing.
Neon
about, like,
Steps resubbed for 11 months. Yo.
Thank you. I think that was a sub, I couldn't tell.
Wow.
One of the scariest parts about falconry is there's trust between falconer and bird, and that they trust that you'll swing the lure correctly. They trust that you'll give them food. They trust that you're not going to fuck with them necessarily if you're handling them. But there is very little to no affection between falconer and falcon. And the only reason that a bird of prey will stay with the falconer is if they think that they're an asset to their survival. So if you're a hunting partner with your bird and you help with flush prey and you help them to be more successful, they'll stay with you. If they lose confidence in you, I don't know why. Sorry. I didn't even know that's never happened before. What was I saying? Oh, birds will only stay with the falconer if they think that you're an asset to their survival. So if they lose confidence in you as a falconer, if they're fat, like if they've eaten too much and they're not interested in hunting, they'll go off and be by themselves. That's how, I mean, people lose birds all the time for lots and lots of reasons. But that's why we use telemetry, so a GPS system. He wears a transmitter, I have a receiver. He doesn't have it on right now, but he does have a backpack on that you clip the transmitter to. You can't see it because he's all puffed up, but he's got a backpack on. And then he'll also have, I think, a leg mount transmitter, either a leg or a tail mount transmitter in addition. So he'll have 2 separate systems. He'll have 2 bells on as well, 2-tone bells, so they're supposed to help people to triangulate sound a little better. So he'll have bells on his ankles and a dog tag as well. He threw away from his, no, I haven't, space. I've been putting it off. He flew away from the last falconer that had him once. That's actually how I met him. We picked him up at the rehab center and I found his owner, and then the falconer offered him to us. So, wait, Renee. What the hell? He forgot to fly. Alright, we'll see if it picks up a little bit now that he's eaten a little bit. Sometimes it takes some starter bits to get going. Maybe not. Yep. Did you get it? You did.
Wow.
I guessed. Resubbed for 6 months. Peepo Mas Nick Molina Peepa 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 Mas Nick Molina. Merry Christmas, chat.
So one of the behaviors that he's picked up when he's too heavy or not motivated enough is that he'll try carrying. And that's when he comes to hit the glove thinking that he's gonna grab whatever is on my glove and take off with it and eat it somewhere else. Because again, he doesn't really care to be with me if he's too heavy, because I'm of no use to him. So I know I've also talked about how falcons don't have great braking ability, and they're naturally not supposed to because they kill things by concussing in the air. But that wasn't him ricocheting off my glove because of poor braking ability. That was him trying to carry what I had on my glove somewhere else so that he could leave. That's a nice belt. Where did she get it? I actually got this on Amazon. That's really inconvenient. What got you into falconry? I worked at a zoo that had a bird of prey yard, and I started flying birds with my friend who was a falconer. And then I got a red tail in rehab. And then I got a kestrel as a rescue. And now do you ever get too emotionally attached to the birds you rehabilitate? Define like two. Yeah, I get attached to them, but my attachment to them is like I just want them to be happy and not die. And so I want them to be released because I know that they're happiest in the wild. So it's a very bittersweet thing because I like the bird a lot, but all I want is for it to go. So like, I'm only really sad if it's a bird that I like and I'm attached to and it doesn't make it or is not releasable. But yeah. Are you about that pigeon life? He is. I'll probably have him take feral pigeons when we're hunting. My lure is made out of pigeon wings. I got 4 pigeon wings on my lure. Part of that is as a retrieval device, and part of that is to teach him that if he hits wings, he gets a meal. So I'm gonna take the. Where are you going? I'm gonna take the lure out. I'm gonna move the perch that way, and hope that I can swing it and have him come this direction.
Kupast just gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
We'll see. Come up here. Thank you so much. means absolutely nothing to him. That's just me being a person. They don't give a shit if you say good boy. Hit that hard actually. I forgot to put my whistle in my mouth. I usually like to give him a pre-whistle and a whistle while he's eating. Can you see him? Hey there. Good job. Alright, so then I'm gonna trade him his meal on the glove for what he's got for the lure. And the idea behind that is when we start hunting, I'll want him to grab something. I'll take the majority of it so you can freeze it and feed him for later or whatever you want to do with whatever you hunt. But they're hunting partners, right? So they'll eat maybe a little bit off of it, but then you trade them. The lure, if you guys saw it, I don't want to get it out too much so he doesn't kick my ass, but it's pigeon wings, because eventually I'd like him to take either pigeons or starlings. Pigeons are easier because they're larger and I don't have to worry about him carrying. Starlings are so small that if he gets a starling and decides to carry it somewhere else to eat it, he totally can, and then he learns that he just catches, I help him, he catches it, and then he goes off and eats it, and he doesn't need me, right? So that could be an issue, but I also kind of want to do starlings because they're invasive. I'm not sure yet. Do you want me to move at all? Or was that fine? No? Alright, I'll just do it like this again. Sorry. Got caught. Oh, Jesus! He hit my backpack. Did you hear that? I didn't realize how close I was to the tripod, and he slammed like through underneath my tripod into my
Feed
backpack.
Adrian resubbed for 10 months. There is a hawk eating worms in the rain in my yard, Peepo Pog.
I don't know what you said, but I heard a peepo pog, so peepo plug. He's far more keen to the lure than he is to my fist, which makes sense, given that the lure looks like something he would want to kill, and a fist is like the most unnatural thing to be interested in. Good job. Here. You can't see him. There. Okay.
No, you already killed it. You killed it. You killed it. You killed it. It's dead. It's dead.
Move the camera back 5 paces next time. You got it. I should have moved the perch further, but I thought it was further away. There's a guy walking his dog right there. He's watching. Falconers use their teeth a lot because, you know, we got this one hand problem. Yum. Was that all? Yep. That's it for him today. I'll keep the stream on. I'm gonna try to do other things, but the sessions are pretty short. On Monday when I did 3 hits on the lure, it was too many. So I only wanted to do 2, especially because he's so heavy today. I don't think he would have hit the 3rd time. You could see him the whole time, right? Was it better coming this way or the other way? Better this way. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Bye, like an eagle. Which Cal Poly did you go to? I went to Slow.
All right. You get all the bits off of there?
He's now picking at the little bits on my glove. Oh, true. I should move the camera so you can see the lure hit. I didn't really think about that. I was only thinking about the flight. Damn, you roughed yourself up.
Your tail feathers. What the heck?
Is that it? You're really messy today, Corey. Look at his beak. Ew. Ew. vocalizing a lot when I put the hood on.
Connor eats
But
pants resubbed for 6
he doesn't
months.
bait
Lol, it
anymore.
funny when the bird got the hat on.
Thank you, the hat. So much better. Yeah, so the reason that I'm not really bothered by the vocalizations is the vocalizing is like complaining, whereas baiting is like, I'm scared, get me the fuck out of here, like this thing is gonna kill me, right? Like if he was really scared of the hood, he'd be trying to fly off my glove, trying to get away from it, but he's really just sitting there screaming at it like, bleh. I mean, don't get me wrong, ideally I would prefer that he doesn't do that, but it's still a lot better than where it was before, so that's fine. Prairie falcons are also just more vocal, like some dog breeds are more vocal. He's half prairie. Granted, I've never worked with a prairie. I've worked with some peregrines, but I think he acts more like a prairie than a peregrine because he doesn't really act like a peregrine from what I've noticed. Someone said, "What's the hat for?" If you're talking about mine, it's because the sun's out. If you're talking about his, it's called a hood. You can do exclamation point hood. If you'd like some more information, there's a really good article that gives you some more in-depth information than what the command's gonna tell you. Oh, I need the perch over here. This is like hurting my... I need another hand. Wow, 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 wow. How does your falcon react to other large birds of prey? Yeah, it depends on the bird. Something like a vulture he'd probably look at, but he wouldn't be that concerned about. Eagles he would and should be concerned about. Not that we have many bald eagles around here, but if there were one, an eagle would take a bird his size. Other birds of prey wouldn't necessarily want to eat him, but they'd try to kick his ass. So yeah, they're wary of each other. They have pretty significant home ranges. That's why we try to release birds of prey around the area that they came from, so that they don't have to fight for territory when we release them. Although that's not always possible, because the vast majority of birds that we get at the rehab center are birds that have been hit by a car. And I don't feel comfortable releasing the bird back in a residential area where they may get hit by a car again, or birds that are electrocuted by power lines. I would rather release them somewhere far out that's just better territory for a bird, but it's kind of a lose-lose, right? Because if you release them in residential, like, that sucks, but then if you release them in a really nice space, I'm sure there's another bird there already that thinks it's a nice space. So, I don't know, you just have to use your best judgment, I suppose. But yeah, so once he has the hood on, he pretty much quiets down. I'm gonna go put him up in my truck, and then I'll come back and get all my stuff. Left-handed or right-handed? I'm right-handed, but all falconry gloves are left-handed. There's a reason for that, but I don't remember what it is. Here's a falconer's knot. And you have to be able to do it with one hand, because... Okay, if you could run an ad, that'd be great. I'll be right back. I just figured out how to run ads off of this phone, so I can run my own ads. But yeah, I want to do that when I'm not on camera. One, because I make money, and two, because pre-rolls, may as well. But I forgot that there's so much going on today that Locke is involved in. Okay, here we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. This is called the Creance. Those of you who are always here, do you just get so sick of me repeating the same thing? Like, describing everything about birds? Yes, kinda. I feel like I have to. I don't know. Don't care. Okay, well, probably keep doing it, so. Okay. Let's go get the perch. You can come with me. I'm gonna forget in 2 hours, right? And it's not like it's like a long, you don't have to, but it's repetitive. Yeah, for the people that are always here, I totally get that it's repetitive, but I don't know, it's not like I go on long rants, so it's fine. My scuffed sawhorse perch. The commands are helpful, also true. I just muted you, okay, well that's fine. What do you feed it? He eats quail. He eats only quail right now until he starts catching himself pigeons and starlings. What are good Christmas presents for birds? It depends on the type of bird, I imagine. Whoa, what's wrong? Oh. Nom 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 nom. Clean, clean.
Wow. Could you ever subbed for 4 months?
That was the weirdest thing. I thought that was my sister. I heard it and I thought my sister was on the phone or something in my pocket. I was like, hello? My volume is really quiet on this phone, so I only heard part of my alert and it sounded like my sister's voice. Okay. I'm pointing you down because I'm walking to my car. And you're not allowed to see it. A girl at the supermarket gave me her number. Now what? I could text her, probably. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Am I touching the mic? Sorry. I don't have another hand. There you go. Here, raptor gloves. A Ford?
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I want to see the Ford. I can probably show you from the side. Oh no, my phone. This is my car. It's scratched there from when I was 16. Okay. I have to put this somewhere, but it's gonna fall. That's a big truck. No, it's not. It's an F-150. It's really not that big. Do you want it like this? Do you prefer that? Okay. Anybody want some hand sanitizer? Anybody want some birth control? Oh! I got my body composition analysis at this supplement store because Slick and me and Simply were walking around and they went in the store and they give you like a free assessment and they told me I should do it. It was kind of interesting. We went in there, they sell a bunch of protein powder like in bulk and whatever, and we told them we were streamers and they're like, do you know a streamer that's a tall guy with long curly black hair? Comes in here all the time. We're like, yeah. Yeah, we do. S-Band for the protein powder, dude. Okay. I don't really know how to read this. I'm 101.6 pounds. That's big. Muscle fat analysis. Skeletal muscle mass 43.4. Body fat mass 20.7. Oh. Lean body mass 80.9 pounds. Basal metabolic rate 1,163 kilocalories. My right arm is stronger than my left arm, and my right leg is stronger than my left leg. Shocker. I'm 20.4% body fat. Which she said wasn't bad. She said that's not that bad. Wish I was back in Texas. You know what we're gonna do for this drive? Because I can't play music. You don't got hands though, Tavian, come to Texas. You know, because I can't play music, I'm gonna play... Have I played you guys my Mentor's album before? The guy that does the, cowboy music? I have. Have I played you the... where he tells stories? Just one song? You have? No? I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna play it. That's not gonna stay there. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna go drive through somewhere and get food, and then we're gonna try to go to see my horse as well. But first, let me play the CD.
was with my woman. I told
Wait. I'll play the really long campfire version. So he sings all these like old he sings cowboy western music, and he has the CD and he has campfire versions on each one of them. So on some of them he says the whole story before he sings the song that the story is about. So I'm gonna play the long one of that. He can talk your ear off, so get ready. But we got a few minutes in the car, so it'll be cozy.
Last night,
No,
well,
this one.
my mom used to tell people around that I could help them with
It's
their
not.
horses.
This is not DMC.
And I didn't have any idea what to do. I could hardly ride my own. And people would show up with horses. My mom would say, Dave, can you
Context,
take care of it?"
this is my mentor that's taught me like everything I know about horses, and he's got a cattle ranch, and I've ridden with him for years, since I was
And the family
13.
had a real good friend named Lloyd Knox.
the first time I rode with him when I was 13. He made me cry because I was scared of
A
him,
guy named
but
Will
now
James.
I love him.
And those Will James books were like parables, and the cowboy in those books were always fixing problem horses. So with any luck other than bad, there'd be a fix for this. So most of my initial horsemanship experience was out of Will James books. And I learned many years later that Will James is a real guy,
Before I drive.
a real cowboy, bona fide guy, a real hand, not just some drugstore guy who would look good on the pictures. About 1929 or early 30s, while he was working
All
for
right, you're
an
saying like
outfit
that.
down in
Sorry.
southwestern Arizona, why they asked him, they'd gathered some cows and they asked him to hold them up in this canyon. And he's working for them, so okay, he holds them up in this canyon, and then they leave off to go get some more, they said. And while he's holding them, the sheriff comes up with a posse. And they check those cows and they're all stolen. And here's Will James
Stolen.
holding the bag on these stolen cattle. And he goes to jail for 2 years. Penitentiary in 1930, can you imagine southwestern Arizona? So anyhow, 2 years later, Will James, he gets out of prison, and the only job he can find is in southeastern Nevada on a dairy. So they hire him for room and board. He's sleeping up aboard these doggone dairy pens up there on a cot, and they're feeding him. His job's to gather these dairy cows and look after them. And I think he's probably happy to be doing something, that's not inside the Dayton prison. Will James has a really good friend named Curly Fletcher. Curly Fletcher's working on a cow-calf outfit up in southwestern Idaho. And this is late winter, early spring. They gather in all these horses, and there are probably 30 or 40 of them that need to be started. In our program, we call them started. Those days, they call them they need to be broke. Yeah. And back in those days, you would forefoot them. That means rope their front legs, trip them, flop them on the ground, put a doggone hackamore on, put a blindfold on them, roll them into a saddle, hobble them, straddle them, pull the rope off of the hobbles, lift the blindfold off, and then ride them until they quit bucking if you could. And that was, we're talking the early 1930s, and that had been going on since the 1800s. That's the style of breaking these horses. On the very first day, their head bronc feeder gets broke all to pieces. He gets thrown off, broken bones all over. And these cow hands, they're just the hands. They don't know how to do anything with starting a horse. And they're wondering what to do. And Curly Fletcher goes to the foreman and he says,
Curly Fletcher!
Down in southeastern Nevada, working on a dairy, and he can ride anything with hair. And then the foreman says, go get him. So off Curly Fletcher goes together of Will James.
Will
They
James!
take the train ride back to up there in Idaho, and they commences into breaking these horses. And they're getting them going 2 or 3 or 5 every day. And the deal was you would ride them 3 or 4 rides, turn them over to the regular cowboys because most of the buck is out of them by then, and then they would ride them, and they'd ride them through the summer so the horses would be broken going by fall for the fall roundup, and you could actually do a job with them. Long about the third or fourth week of this, Curly Fletcher says to Will James, "You're going to have to ride that horse over there, because that's the one that broke up. You know, our head." Will James says, "We'll get to him. This is sitting tight. They'll get." And they went ahead and finished all the other horses. And you never know how in the doggone ranching country this happens, but the word seemed to go forth that he was going to ride this horse on a particular day. And people showed up the day before in buckboards and showed up, and I mean a big bunch of folks showed up to watch Will James ride this horse. So Will James commences in riding this horse, and it doesn't go quite as well as he had hoped. And he got thrown twice, and then he ended up riding the horse. He ended up getting the horse going, broke and going, and the horse ended up being a horse. And here comes now, it's summertime, and the only work available for the cowboys then was either working at a line camp someplace, caring for a few horses in a pasture, or riding fence line, checking fences, or going grub line one ranch to another. And Curly Fletcher and Will James, they figured they're too proud for this kind of work. So off they go down into Nevada, and they decide to start putting on some rodeos. And back in those days, you could put on a rodeo by renting the fairgrounds, getting some rancher that had a bunch of unbroke horses to herd them in, and you would get a bunch of guys who paid money to try to ride these unbroke horses. Where you'd show these boys, they'd ear them down and hold them, and they'd throw a saddle on them, have a halter in one line, and boys would crawl on, you let go of the horses, and they go off bucking across the doggone prairie. And if the guy made a ride, the judge would give him some points, and if he got enough points, he'd win whatever he won, you know, back in those days. Well, Curly Fletcher is kind of a half all-time greatest cowboy song ever. And if you want to call yourself a Western or a cowboy singer, you must do this song. So I'm going to do my version of Curly Fletcher's poem, and the way I learned it from Marty Robbins. Not Marty Robbins personally, just off of a record he let me buy. So whenever you hear this song, done by anybody, Michael Martin Murphy, Sons of the Pioneers, Sons of the San Joaquin, anybody, tell yourself it's a true song about a real guy who's a good guy. I was hanging around town, spending my time, out of a job, not earning a dime. A feller steps up and he said, "I suppose you're a bronc fighter from the looks of your clothes." Well, he figures me right, and a good one I claim. You happen to have any bad ones to tame? Said he's got one, a bad one to buck. Throwing good riders, he's had lots of luck. Well, I gets all head up and I ask what he pays to ride this old nag for a couple of days. He offered me 10 and I said, "I'm your
Reptile Boy
man."
32 resubbed for 20 months. 20 months, people. Wow.
He says, "Get your saddle, I'll give you a chance." In his buckboard we hops and he drives to the ranch. Stayed until morning and right after chuck, stepped out to see if his outlaw can buck. Down in the horse corral, standing alone, was an old caballo, a strawberry roan. His legs are all spavined, he's got pigeon toes, little pig eyes and a big Roman nose, little pin ears that touch at the tip. A big 44 brand was on his left hip. You necked and all with a long lower jaw, and I can see with one eye he's a regular outlaw. Well, I gets the blinds on him and it sure was a fight. Next comes the saddle and I screws it down tight. Then I steps on him and I raises the blinds. Get out of the way, boys, he's bound to unwind. He sure is a frog walker, he heaves a big sigh. He only likes wings for to be on the 5. Turns his old belly right up to the sun. Sure is a sun fishing son of a gun. He's about the worst bucker I've seen on the range. He'll turn on a nickel and give you some change. It's on all fours and goes up on high. Leaves me spinning up there in the sky. I turned over twice, tongue down to earth. I lights in a cussing the day of his birth. 20 good horses that I cannot ride. Some of them left, they haven't all died. But I'll bet all my money the man ain't alive who could stay on old Strawberry when he makes his high dive.
Yay! Good timing. I'm at the drive-thru, but I didn't want to cut off the song, so I parked. But now I'm gonna drive through the drive-thru. What kind of truck? The Ford F-150. What'd you guys think? He talks for a while, but I'm really glad that he made that into a CD, because every time we go to his his ranch and stay there, it's not off the grid, but it's really hard to get internet out there. I wish I could stream out there. I've thought about this so many times, because he's wanted me to apprentice over the summer, but it's like off the grid, so there's no way I could stream there. But there's this big campfire pit up on one side of the ranch, and there's hay bales surrounding the campfire pit, and we all go up there and eat dinner, and there's a barbecue, and we eat barbecue and sit around the pit, and then he tells those stories and sings the songs, and they're all the same stories, all the same songs, but they're so good. I love it so much. But he's getting old. He's like 75. It's not getting old, but he's having a harder time riding horses than he used to, so it's part of the reason I'm really glad he made it into a CD, because that means a lot to me. I've been riding with him forever. He's taught me a lot more about horses, a lot about horses, but about more than horses. That's what I mean. All right, here we go. Drive through. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, it's fine.
Old caballo with strawberry roan.
What if they see my Falcon and they're like, "What?" It's fine. Should I get the Beyond Burger? I'm at Carl's Jr. and they have a Beyond Burger. Actually, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do a fast food review. I'm really curious to see what a fast food Beyond Burger is like. It's plant-based burger.
Thank you for choosing Carlos. I can help you.
Hi, can I just get 1 second, please?
Order when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, go ahead.
Can I get a Beyond Famous Star with no cheese, please?
Would you want that as a combo?
Yes, please.
Medium or large?
Medium.
And for your drink?
Dr. Pepper would be great.
Okay, what else can I get for you?
That's it.
It's gonna be 10:59, I think.
Thank you so much. Okay. He heard me. He heard me. Wow. You're a
Archery Gore is subbed for 3 months.
Thank you. Dr. Pepper, yikes, what? I love Dr. Pepper. Whataburger has a Dr. Pepper shake. That I don't understand. What happened to the viewership? Did we F a lot? Full offline? Really? Huh. How did it just went back online on its own? Huh. Okay, sorry.
Hello, 10:59.
Alright.
There you go.
Thank you.
Any ketchup?
Yes, please. that card like he knew what he was doing. Put the receipt on top. It's me, it's my fault. I did something. The guy behind me has got a truck and trailer. I got this, but it's too small. But it's not. It's the right size, but I feel like I'm not strong enough to stretch it around because my wheel is super, super scuffed. He's wet to us. Saying simp? What? You can't say virgin?
There you go, man. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I'm pissed off. That sucked. Wait, why can't you say those things, really? Are you joking? New TOS? Like, me saying that right now. Like, that's TOS. Am I gonna get in trouble? There's no way. I haven't seen it. For the next, in January. That's not what it said? Okay, well, sorry. Slasher tweeted. Slasher knows all. I've been waiting for the R slur to go in TOS for a while. I'm shocked that it hasn't, to be honest. I'm shocked that people still say that on Twitch and they're not worried about it. Okay, I got Dr. Pepper. Fast food review. The Dr. Pepper tastes like Dr. Pepper. But I'm a little bit disappointed in these cups. When you go to Carl's Jr., you get a cup with things on it. This cup looks like it's from a gas station. There's nothing on it. 6 out of 10. French fries. Cheap trash can food. It is cheap. Describe taste. It's surprisingly good. I didn't really know what Carl's Jr. French fries taste like because I don't think I've gotten them before. You know how McDonald's French fries are kind of... I give these fries like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You know how McDonald's fries are kind of sweet? Have you noticed that? There's sugar on them, right? right? These are not sweet at all. It's just, they're just really salty, but in a good way. Okay. Before we try the burger, we're going to do some research because this is interesting
Pathologian
as shit.
14 resubbed for 4 months. Yo.
Yo. Thank you. Okay. Plant-based Beyond Burger. Beyond Meat. What is the Beyond Burger? It has all the juicy, meaty deliciousness of a traditional burger and packs 18 grams of plant-based protein. If this isn't beef, why are the burgers red? They use trace amounts of beets that lend a meaty red hue to the burger. The ingredient list of a Beyond Burger. Water, pea protein, canola oil, refined coconut oil, rice protein, natural flavors, mung bean, methylcellulose, potato starch, apple extract, salt, potassium chloride, pomegranate, vinegar, lemon juice concentrate, sunflower, beet juice extract, and lysopin from a tomato. How the fuck is that gonna taste like a burger? I do not understand this. I thought it was mostly made of beets. It's peas. Water and like pea protein. Okay, I've had one before. I've had one Beyond Burger before. I cannot wear this hat like this, sit in this 2007 F-150, and review fast food. I am just better than that. Wait, I'm just gonna put my hair up. I've eaten a Beyond Burger once before. I just looked at the preview and I looked trashy as fuck. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. You have to take out a knife and a fork? No. I've had a Beyond Burger one other time, but it was not from a fast food place. How much was it? Actually, do you guys remember what my total was? I don't remember. I don't know where I put the receipt. Nope, that's not the right receipt.
Lewis 215 resubbed for 8 months.
$10?
People Pog what?
People Pug. The burger itself was, the burger itself was $9. $9.78. So it's more than like a normal burger, which makes sense. But that's like expensive for fast food. Oh, no, the combo. Okay, no, the whole thing. So like the burger, the fries, and the drink was $9.78. That's not that bad. Stop analyzing. I'm stalling. I'm doing a fast food review, okay? That's so much. It's a lot more than I'd want. Like, spending $10 for a meal at a fast food place, like, is not really what I want to do. Ta-da! I don't know what he said. I missed it. It really smells like meat. Like, it really does. I don't know that it really looks like it, though. Like, if I was given this and not told that it was Beyond Beef, I'd be like, that's a kind of a weird-looking burger, right? But it's not bad. It kind of looks like a veggie burger. I don't know. I'm gonna eat it. It tastes like a burger. Dude, it tastes and looks like a burger. Doesn't it? That's crazy. No cheese? Yeah, no, I don't like cheese on burgers. It tastes like if you made ground beef, like in a pan, and you didn't season it at all, and then you drained out all the grease and like rinsed it off, and then patted it dry and formed it into a patty. That's kind of what it tastes like. But like it tastes like meat. It's just pretty bland. It's just like, it tastes like unseasoned ground beef. People think it's healthier, but it's not. It's a ton of salt, but it's better for the environment. But I don't think what I'm eating is healthy right now. Matches your personality. Tofa, I'm really beginning to think that you're not on our side. For being in my chat and Matt's chat as often as you are, you really just want to see us upset. I don't know, he was just trying to help with the pee tub. And Clark, you're always mad about something, not gonna lie. It's fine though. I don't care. You said what? Clark's always pissed off. Tofa's always right. Clark, you're so mad right now. Relax. Space is always on top of it. Eldrix is always saying people pog wow. You know what's crazy about this meal? Even though it's expensive for a fast food restaurant, this morning, Matt ordered Emily a coffee. Just one. Venti, black cold brew. No, Venti cold brew with a splash of coconut milk and caramel drizzle. Guess how much it costed for Uber Eats? $12. Plus tip. What, 15? For one Venti, basically black coffee with ice. So like half of a black coffee. So Emily's coffee this morning was less than this meal. Or more than this meal. Because Uber Eats has a small order fee. So because he only ordered one coffee, he had to pay $2 extra. $300K. People pog. That's sick, actually. Not to be a dick or anything, or even judging, but why aren't you already vegan or vegetarian, seeing as you work so much with animals, you know the suffering they endure to make a cheap ass beef burger? Well, my friend, good news for you. This is made out of fucking peas. That would have been a great time for it. Dion, what the fuck? No. Poke! Can you get me food? I mean, if you want me to drop off food, I can. I can go back through the drive-thru.
Frying Pan Mano 4 is subbed for 13 months. A.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Bath Tutf gifted a tier 1 sub to Pokelawls.
Yay!
They have given 9 gift subs in the channel.
Yes. Poke, I'm
Wow.
gonna go see my horse and then I'm gonna be over there.
Peepo Pop. Wow.
People Pug. Wow. He's gonna be live for like all day though. But today's his last day of streaming. So we should be at the house tomorrow. So you should come to the house tomorrow. Yo, Mrs. Cheating. Okay, Kona. Oh yeah, I've never met Gigi. These are better than these are better than the burger. Wait, have I met Gigi? I don't think so. I'm stupid. Yeah, maybe at the Halloween party. Somebody, some gray name just said, Maya's so bad, the fuck? And I read it and I was like, bad at what? Like, what am I doing right now that I could be doing poorly? I'm so like, damn. I got like a little bit mad in my head. I was like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing wrong? I'm bad at eating. I'm a bad food reviewer. I actually am. Wow. A bad food reviewer. People bug, wow. So many people don't know what that means. I don't understand why that's used, but you know the other thing? Greek confused me the other day because Greek says people say glass and gas, and they mean the opposite, right? Like that shit's gas, or that shit's glass. Aren't they opposite? You guys know when people say that's gas? You know what I'm talking about, alright? Never heard that? Oh. Lots of people at my school, the frat boys at my school used to say that all the time. Like, if something's good, they're like, that's gas, bro. I don't say it. It's just a thing. But then Greek the other day tried eggnog, and he said, this shit's glass. And I was like, wait, so you like it? Because I thought he said gas. And he was like, no, it's glass. And I was like, does that mean it's a bad thing? This shit is, I swear, if I ever heard someone say that this is diamonds, I'm gonna forget how to speak English and move somewhere else and learn a different language. Your podcast is diamonds, Maya. Oh my god, podcast announcement. So, clean. Podcast announcement. My podcast guest for Friday fell through. Damn. I don't know how to put this on. And so I was like desperately trying to find a podcast guest. Like, how do you put this on? Twist it. With force? Dude, I can't use this much force. Turn it inside out? What?
Thank you so much.
What?
Niall donated $3. Why is it Mrs. last stream of the year? Sag.
Well, because the year's almost over. You're weak as fuck? Dude, this thing is small as hell, okay? This is not... Matt's doing it. I'm not doing it. Okay. So my podcast guest fell through for Friday. That was already planned. And then I messaged like 15 people, probably, trying to get podcast guests for Friday. But out of the ones that responded, none of them could do Friday, but we all rescheduled. So I have guests lined up through like January and February, but I could not nail down anybody for Friday. So I was brainstorming what to do. That's good. Yeah, no, it's good. They're cool guests. I'm excited, but I couldn't nail down Friday. So I've been wanting to do it for a really long time, but haven't, because partially just because I've been worried about it, whatever. But like a lot of nonprofits, my family's the nonprofit that my family founded has struggled a lot because of COVID, because they rely on lots of donations with going to schools. So we do barnyard animal therapy, essentially. So we bring animals out to schools for kids with special needs, to senior centers, to foster kids, things like that. And when we bring them out for visits, we get donations. So the nonprofit has been struggling a little bit because of COVID. And so I was like, it's not really a podcast, but I figured it could be interesting if I had my mom on, because she's founded it. My mom and my dad co-founded it. And we could talk about like my start on how I got into animals. So the conservation cast is going to be half raising money for the nonprofit that my family founded, and half talking about like how I got into this in the first place, and like what led me up to starting the podcast. So my mom is going to come on Friday. I called her and talked to her, and I was like, hey mom, pretend we're on the podcast, what would you say? She leaked like 3 things in her first sentence, and I was like, all right. So I talked to her for a long time about what she can and can't say. But my dad sent a bunch of pictures. So the way that it's gonna work is my mom is gonna be on the podcast. She's gonna be the guest. And then my dad sent a bunch of pictures from when I was a kid, and of like me with animals. So we're gonna talk about the pictures as we go through, and talk about the animals and the farm and stories. And she's gonna tell a bunch of stories and whatever, and then we'll talk about the nonprofit. And yeah, but they're all like really embarrassing pictures from when I was a kid. Pictures. Like, here's a sneak peek. Just a bunch of shit like this. This is all the same goat. But it's gonna be really funny. I'm really excited. So that's Friday. $2 p.m. CT. And I hope that we can raise a little chunk of money for them, because they literally made me. The founders of that nonprofit physically made me.
fucking Jeep.
Switch from resubbed for 5 months.
Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you for the sub. Ah. What's Matt doing?
Wow.
The greet will so resubbed for 11 months. Nick got me a French fry maker lol.
Simply, there's a gift for here for you if you want.
Wow.
Nadia's resubbed for 7 months.
Wait, I don't know if this is a gift. Everything on it is a gift.
But this says your home. Yeah.
Is that Mitch?
The gifts go to the PO box.
Yeah, but the PO box is full.
Well, I'm just saying because it has the home.
Could I be doing anything wrong right now? No. See, I hate honking. I'm literally parked in a parking spot with my car off. I hear honking and I'm like, oh my god, what did I do? Honk back. No. Apologize. There are people right... I was gonna yell sorry out my window. Thank god I didn't roll down. There are actually people right there. I didn't know. It's Carlos Jr. They're sorry. Who's Carl? I don't know. Gone. Crisp, hot, crunchy, gone. They're hiring. Should I? No. You need another one. You're right. I do need another job. Make-A-Wish is doing a full background check on me. I feel like they're gonna find out that I took an edible once in college. Say no, not anymore. Well, now they know. I've already said that. Why do you need another job? I'm kidding. I don't need another job. I got too much going on. Tavian, that's actually a good idea. It's an interview strategy to, like, set the bar low, you know? He has a lot of information. Okay. Fills out all my paperwork, no problem. Okay. Taking care of Miss Kip is a job. Where's my key? It's right here. Okay. What was that laugh? It was a real laugh. Literally wasn't a fake laugh. To Acero, shall we? Okay. I'm gonna leave my tripod here instead. And just hope that it stays. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in the parking lot. Why not get a car mount? Because. Stupid. Stay. Maybe this isn't a very good idea. You're vibrating, right? On the road again. Just can't wait to get out. You're gonna look at it? No, I'm not. You wanna know why? I can't see you. I can't see. Alright, I'm just gonna drive. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Backing up a hill. Oh, I thought my car was gonna shut off there, but it didn't. That's big time. Let's go, Otis. Usually it shuts off when I make turns like that. That's so bad. It doesn't happen that often. But sometimes when I'm turning out of like tight parking spots, I don't really know what that's about. I know I need my oil changed, but not like urgently. Like it's not like it's way overdue. It's just slightly overdue. I need to take it to the dealership. Well, I told my mom this. I told her that I need to take it to the dealership. She said, while you're there, just trade it in. Everybody keeps telling me to trade in my truck. I just don't want to. Hi, Ori. It's fine. It's fine! Makes some weird noises. He just has a lot to say. That's all.
Red-headed stranger from Blue Rock, Montana, rode into town one day, and under his legs was a raging black stallion. Walking behind was a bay. The red-headed stranger. Way up high in the Syrie Peaks where the yellow jack pine grows tall, Buster Jiggs and Sandy Bob had a rodeo camp last fall.
We're like 6 minutes away, maybe.
There's a full moon over Tulsa. I hope that it's shining on you. Nights are getting cold. Cherokee County, there's a blue norther passing through. I remember green eyes and a rancher's daughter, but remember is all that I do. Losing you left a pretty good cowboy.
Venom resubbed for 19 months.
Hold on to.
Sundown came and I drove to town. Drank a drink You're the reason God made Oklahoma. I'm sure missing you. I'm sure
Beatification resubbed for
missing
18 months. Been a Maya frog for a year and a half, but I'm broke now, so bye.
I heard an alert. Thank you. If it was an alert.
Last night while I was riding,
Skyball paint.
we had pine siren beach where the yellow cat goes down. In the middle 50s, my father would be working late nights in the oil fields, and my mother would sit up on her bed and she'd play for us kids. And this is one of the songs that she used to always play for us, and I never heard it again till the middle 70s, 74, 75. But I was happy to get a hold of it again. Red-hooded stranger from Blue Rock, Montana, rode into town one day, and under his legs was a raging black stallion. Walking behind was a bay. The red-headed stranger had eyes like thunder, lips, they were cold and tight.
Someone
His
broke
little
down.
lost love lay asleep on the hillside. His heart was heavy that night. Don't boss him, don't cross him, he's wild in sorrow, riding, hiding his pain. Don't fight him, don't spite him, wait till tomorrow, maybe he'll ride on again. The yellow-haired lady leaned out of the window. She glanced as he passed her way. She drew back in fear at the sight of the stallion, cast greedy eyes on the bay. How could she know that this dancing bay pony meant more to him than life?
Uh-oh.
That was the horse that his little lost darling had ridden when she was his wife.
Uh-oh.
Don't boss him, don't cross him, he's wild in his sorrow, riding, hiding his pain. Don't fight him, don't spite him, wait till tomorrow, maybe he'll ride on again. The yellow-haired lady went down to the tavern. She looked up the stranger there, and he bought her a drink, then he gave her some money. He just didn't seem to care.
Just drove past a sign that said, "Now is the time to pray," in giant white letters, and then in really small skinny letters under it said, "And trim our trees." And then there was a website for a tree trimming service. Huh?
Don't boss him, don't cross him, he's wild in sorrow, riding, hiding his
Or now's our
pain.
now's our country's time to pray.
Don't spite him,
And trim our
wait
trees.
till tomorrow, maybe he'll ride on again.
Yeah. We're almost there.
The haired lady was buried at sunset. The stranger went free, of course. 'Cause you can't hang a man for shooting a woman who's trying to steal his horse.
I'm turning.
And
I'm turning.
this is the tale
I'm gonna
of
turn.
the red-headed
I'm gonna turn.
stranger. And if
I'm gonna turn. I have to
you
slow down a lot to turn.
pass
Don't get mad.
your
Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
way, stay out of the way of the raging black stallion, and don't lay a hand on the bay. Don't boss him, don't cross him, he's
Wild in sorrow, riding,
hiding his pain. Don't fight him, don't spite him,
wait till tomorrow.
Maybe he'll ride on again.
Dirt road. It's about to get a little bit shakier, believe it or not.
Jack Pine grows tall. Buster Jiggs and Sandy Bob had a rodeo camp last fall. Took 'em some horses and running irons, maybe a dog or two.
Rob Laker 24 is subbed for 19 months. Squad vent.
Yep, any old doggy that flat long ears and didn't brush up by day. Got his long ears whittled and his old hide sizzled in a most.
The grass is always greener.
Well, then one day old Buster Jiggs, he drove his Riata down. He said, I'm tired of smoke and blood and hair. Allows I'm going to town. They get some horses and hit some rope.
There's no grass on their side. They have a whole round bale of hay in there. Who sings this? He's not really a musician. He's a horseman. I usually F when I get close to this tree line, so heads up. I'm trying to drive on the away from it. That white trailer that we're driving up to, that's my horse trailer. That's what I brought us Sarah to Texas in. Woo!
Now Buster Jiggs was a Rihanna man with his jet line pulled up deep. So he shook it loose and he built a balloon, caught the devil by both feet.
Meow. 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 Meow.
You guys are a little behind. I just saw you reacting to the cat. It'll go back up. I'll try to get to where there's better service. What's the cat's name? I don't know. A lot of the animals out here don't have names. Or if they have names. Did I tell you guys about the ranch dog that's out here? Where I asked what his name was. Is that a real cat? Yeah. Pog animals. Oh wow. Nobody said anything. Don't think so. Oh, Space, what's up? Nope. Okay, hi. There's a ranch dog out here, and I asked its name once, and the skate is super scuffed. I asked his name once, and the owner was like, he's deaf, you can call him whatever you want. Hi. And I know a lot of the other animals don't have names. I'm going this way. I'm going the hard way because I F at the gate over there. So I don't think I can fit through this fence. Should I find out? This one seems skinnier than the average. Nope. We're going over. So much horse poop, yes sir. Hey, this one's new. Hello? Who are you?
Wow.
Hi. So what do you call the ranch dog? Literally call him dog. Like, he runs up and I'm like, oh, hey dog. This, however, this animal has a name. Jules. Hi, Jules.
Palm every subbed for 2 months.
People Pug, thank you.
Wow.
Hey. Jules the mule. Wee. It's okay, sorry. Look at the size of her ears. Do you have ear itches? A lot of donkeys like, yeah, her ears are itchy. Itchy ears. Ooh. That cow is cool. It's not a cow. If you want to become friends with a donkey or a mule, you have to itch their ears. Needs a bath. Yeah, so does a sow.
Wow.
Good mule. Thanks for the sub. People Pug, I'm gonna jump over this barrel. I drank a lot of that Dr. Pepper. Horse girl. Cringe. Oh.
Wow.
Kinrafi resubbed for 14 months. People Pug. Wow.
Wait. Wait, am I live? Hello? Wait, my phone's not dead. What the fuck? I can't see my screen. Wait, what? My screen just went black. I thought my phone died. Oh my god. I don't know what my battery is at. It's still live? What do I do? Oh god. Hello? Oh my god, I'm still live. Oh no. Hosting? The host already went through, right? So I should just end the stream. I typed in host Mizkif and it auto-corrected to Muslim. Wait, she's still I don't know what to do. I can't see my phone screen. Hosting doesn't do much. What? Danny just messaged me, you're still live. Danny's on mobile. Oh, thank you. I don't know. Hold volume down and power button. What the fuck did that do? Hi. Volume up and